Hey y'all, IrixGuy here, and I wanted to do a follow-up review, and this is after many months of ownership, and that's for the Phantom 3 Professional that I have here. Now, if you've been watching the internet, you've probably seen there's other Phantom 3 models out there. When this one came out, the only other Phantom 3 option was the Advanced, and obviously the Advanced topped out at 1080p 60 frames per second. This Professional Phantom 3 tops out at 4K 30 frames per second. And at the time of posting this video, they've released a third version of the Phantom, and it tops out at 2.7K, which is better than 1080p, but it's not as good as 4K. Yet it's gimped in other ways. It doesn't have the light bridge, which enhances your, from my experience, your video transmission quality and range. Obviously, I fly line of sight to be safe and responsible, but it's nice to have that very reliable connection. The Phantom 3 Standard, the best way to think of it, it's a glorified Phantom 2 Vision Plus. So you're getting, very similar technology to what was in the Phantom 2 Vision Plus, and I love that, by the way. But it's technology that's not as advanced as the light bridge that you'll find in the Phantom 3 Professional or the Phantom 3 Advanced. And for that reason, my purchase decision of the Phantom 3 Professional, I don't regret anything about it. I mean, it's been and if you've watched my videos, you know that I started with Phantom 1, I did Phantom 2 Vision Plus, Phantom 2, and now the Phantom 3 Professional. And it's by far my favorite Phantom, but with that said, it's the first Phantom I've had that's had a lot of, where they've had a lot of issues with firmware updates. Now, the most recent firmware update, check out my flight test that I just posted. You go to 400orbelow.com and you can find that there. But the most recent firmware, at least with my initial flight, everything was perfect. Now the firmware prior to that, it introduced a lot of problems. I would get errors in the app, errors that didn't really seem to be significant, but they were populating, and I had to run a series of updates and IMU calibration and some other things. And by the way, you can find all of those procedures on 400orbelow.com because I documented all of my troubleshooting steps. So from a troubleshooting perspective, the Phantom 3 Professional has been the most exciting because there have been a lot of things that I'm just not sure if the manufacturer, if they took the time to thoroughly test those firmware updates before they pushed them out to the public. So that's a small gripe, but with that being said, I wouldn't trade this platform for anything else. I mean, the video, and you can check out my hundreds of videos on 400orbelow.com. You can see how good the video quality is, in my opinion, the 4K 30 frames per second. I film everything in 4K now. These the cameras that are filming this right now, they're 4K cameras. So once you go, it's kind of like once you went HD, it would really be hard to go back to SD TV or rabbit ears. And the same thing is true with the with the 4K. Once you start filming in 4K and watching content in 4K, it's hard to go back to 1080p or even 2.7K, which is, as I had mentioned earlier, that's the camera that's on the Phantom 3 Standard. So my best advice, and again, this is just a follow-up opinions video. I'm stoked about the Phantom 3 Professional, and I'm happy with the direction that it's heading. But as I mentioned, I am disappointed that they seem to rush out some firmware updates. But hopefully DJI has learned from their mistakes, and hopefully they continue to improve and advance the Phantom platform, because it is, in my opinion, it's the best aerial platform on the market today. And I strongly hope that they decide to discontinue the Inspire, because in my professional opinion, that's a distraction from what really matters, and that's the Phantom. It's smaller, lighter, better in my opinion, and it's a good platform. It's only going to get better in my opinion if they keep focused and if they continue to improve the Phantom platform versus dabbling with Inspires and Matrices or whatever they call them. Those other drones. They need to stick with what works, and this is what works in my opinion. And I've been nothing but completely satisfied with it, except, as I reiterate again, the rushed firmware updates. But thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe, youtube.com/IrixGuy. And you can check the link within this video's description. Quick disconnect prop guards case. Everything that I use, I put links there so that you can easily find it. But if you have any questions or there's something you're looking for that you don't see a link there for, drop me a line either by way of my website, or you can go to my Facebook fan page, facebook.com/IrixGuy, and you can send me a message there, and I'll be more than happy to try to find links, because that's what it's all about. I mean, this is a new hobby, and it's something that a lot of people, they may want to become involved with, but there's just so many options out there, and then there's all the marketing lingo, and you know, buy this, buy that, this is better, that's better, and I like to stick to what I know from personal experience, and that's why I do all these field test videos, because I'm out here, you know, enjoying the hobby, and I'm sharing what I've learned with you, and I'm learning from y'all as well. So it's not just a one-way street. But that's what I did, and that's why I created 400orbelow.com, because in my opinion, it's it's my hub for everything that I know about this hobby. So I hope it helps you too. And be sure to subscribe. It's youtube.com/IrixGuy. Y'all have a good day.